Gamers of Reddit, which gaming community is the nicest of all? Animal Crossing. Absolutely. Animal Crossing fans being happy about the delay for the new game because it gives the employees a healthier work life pretty much sums up the community. Stardew Valley. You're not wrong. I guess it's a game that everyone can relate to their own lives. Sebastian and his depression and his complicated relationship with his family, Shane and his severe depression and alcohol addiction, and Penny and her sad abusive home. Well, her mom is always hanging around in the saloon, but it really breaks my heart to see Penny always so quiet and tries to get away from her home as possible just to have freedom this year. It has been a while since I've played the game, but I really wanted to see the new update on the Switch. He said he will be putting 1.4 on consoles after it's on PC for a while. He basically using PC to test the update, since it's easier and faster to patch on PC than consoles, since consoles require each update to be verified, which PC doesn't require. So, it will be coming once the bugs are fixed. So you even get a better version to start with than PC does. If the community is small, tends to be friendly and nice. I remember when League wasn't so toxic, people had fun with the game. Now it's just 10 years old, screaming and streamers acting out for views. This is normal for large communities. The larger it gets, the more people are in it, the bigger the chance to have toxic people. I would have to say The Sims as well. Super supportive community. The Sims is a two-edged sword. On one hand, we are all there for each other, helping out with different skills, and on the other hand, we are also shitting hard on EA with their stupid pet stuff packs and overpriced, underperforming Sims 4 games. I think we'd all like to take a few steps back and play the third or second in better quality again. Sad face. Sometimes even The Sims community can be toxic. On Twitter there is a lot of heat and drama over our favorite game. Scrolled a bit and didn't see it listed, so the Terraria community. Anamp, #X200B, my personal favorite is the Destiny community, but I see plenty of toxicity there. Have never seen anything toxic in the Terraria community, they're awesome. Destiny, in my opinion, is more of a mixed bag. I found it depends on which area of the game you're in, PvP or PvE. People really like bitching about overpowered loadouts when they can be on the receiving end of it. Planet Zoo or Planet Coaster is really a good place with good people. Also The Sims is quite cool to be in. Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster, The Sims. PC for me has a 6-month cycle. Get bored, think hey, I'll play some PC. I know, I'll go to Planet Coaster and get some inspiration. All you guys things are amazing. I'll never make anything so good. Now I am depressed. Quit the game before it's even loaded. I actually understand that. My coasters looked bad at first. It's just a lot of practice and getting to know the controls. I usually used real reference to create a park, not as original, but fun to build. Google Dinosaur. The only truly nice community. Kerbal Space Program this year accomplished something we all were able to do at the start of our journey towards space and make a happy post about it. 1,000 upvotes and to the front page with nothing but comments of encouragement. Even when the accomplishment is just a spectacular failure on a simple task. This is what this game is about. Smiley face. At the same time, others share incredibly complex and impressive builds. Both beginners and real pros are very welcome in the very same community. RimWorld has a pretty nice community. They just take all of their sociopathy out on their colonists. Took a while but found a RimWorld mention lol. Haven't seen Stellaris mentioned yet though, but both are good communities so far. Patient Gamers if it counts. Really cool community for those of us who don't mind waiting. It's great to talk about games that are however many years old. Low-end gaming too. If someone says League of Legends, it is the biggest lie in the universe. The thing is, early days of League were really chill, and almost no one was toxic. Now it's just 10 years old, screaming and streamers acting out for views. IDK what Riga knew, but I always remember EUW being toxic AF even from season 2 lol. Victorio, this comment must grow. I find the Warframe community really nice to be around. There are a few elitists, but those are easy to avoid. Most high-level players are friendly and helpful. Anamp #X200B. Edit. From the amount of upvotes I am getting, I guess the Warframe players have seen my post lol. Elitists on the Warframe community are really rare, since if you are caught as being one, you are effectively shunned by the entire community, and that's just on the region chat. They exist more as the idle and grinders in most cases, but yes, in a squad of 4 players. When there is someone being an elitist, the other 3 just stand in unison against Hi Monsieur. Public chat is a very good example. Also the people that flame for bringing some frame to a suboptimal fight. Like Saren to survival COD, he can't pick up life support because enemies die too far away XD. Any MOBA game where teamwork is required. Lol, just kidding. An MMORPG called Tibia. I don't play it anymore, haven't for years, but I really enjoyed my time chatting there. Made friends from Poland, Germany, America, Spain, Sweden, Finland and Portugal. Some I still have contact with. Smiley face. Monster Hunter World tends to be a bit divided. On one end, you have such nice and sweet people who love to help other hunters and newcomers. Then you have condescending veterans who tend to belittle players and the game itself because they don't think it's as hard as previous titles. From my experiences, people tend to be nicer in the game than the Reddit community, but it's not horrible. Overall, I think Capcom's good handling of the game and communication fosters positive player interactions. I love meeting people in MHW. I found that MHW has an amazing community indeed. Everyone is mostly just quiet, maybe a thumbs up at the end of the hunt, and move on with your lives. I love it. Man, it's crazy how utter silence is preferable to human interaction within gaming. Like, I get it completely, trust me, but it's just a weird thought I had because of your post. Kerbal Space Program Monsieur. Go to its subreddit, and you'll see posts about the tiniest accomplishments, AMD 1,000 more experienced players, congratulating them and giving advice. People are so nice there. Mario community is relatively relaxing and tender. Single-player games usually are, unless Eater Mario Party. My friend Blue shelled me on Mario Kart and I didn't speak to her for a week. Mario Kart is intense. Single-player communities. No one ever tries to one-up my score in 2048 endless mode, or beat my time in line. The Dwarf Fortress community. Of the games I play, I'd say the Destiny 1 community. Destiny 2 has become a lot more widespread and became toxic. Destiny 1, however, almost everyone I met in that game was the nicest they could be. It's such a wholesome, lovely game. Yeah, the D2 community has fallen a tad. The Eververse stuff doesn't help it, even considering that it gets pretty ridiculous. The D1 community though was very awesome. Just a shame I wasn't able to play nearly as much as I wanted to during its life. Final Fantasy XIV has been one of the most friendly and supportive communities I've been a part of. In-game, but definitely not on Reddit. I think having a platform like Reddit to vent negativity is what keeps people so cordial in-game. The FromSoft game communities are all amazing. Can't really be mad at the community if you're mad at yourself for not dodging and being too greedy. The Tetris community. I mean, you can't be toxic if your enemies are line pieces. Maybe I'm just not playing Tetris like everyone else, but line pieces are the most valuable pieces to get. I always end up with one column empty with the rest of the 4 rows completely filled, and then the line clears all 4 rows. It's satisfying, as probably why I deliberately set it up that way. I have nothing bad to say about the StarCraft 2 community. The StarCraft 2 community in its prime was absolutely horrible. Especially the Team Liquid forums. GW2 has a great community IMO. Oh yeah man, it has been a couple of years since I played it, but I surely have a good story of meeting a good friend through GW2. It is actually one of the few MMO that feels alive compared to other MMOs. The Warframe community is, in my opinion, the best community out there. Almost everyone is nice, people actually actively help each other, and almost no one is toxic. Clearly you haven't put up with the Tridolin elitists lol, but yes, in general, the players are naive to each other. We'll definitely rip the devs to shreds when they repeatedly up and refuse to actually listen to the greater community, as has been par for the course over the last 2 years. Okay, so hear me out. While EVE Online has toxicity, it is the only community I have ever been a part of that literally takes care of their own, no matter what side you are on. I have been around for countless, seemingly unknown people passing away, and the whole game takes a break from all wars to mourn their death. When tragic things occur to anyone in the game, the community jumps right back in to get on their feet again. We all fight all day long, but at the end of the day we are a family. EVE is honestly a great community. There's lots of HTFU, but the vast majority of harsh comments is just banter. Slime Rancher, Age of Empires 2, T90 rocks. I'd say Pokemon Go. Most people who play Pokemon Go help you if, for example, can't hit a Pokemon with the Pokeball, they help you throw it. I agree with that mostly, but I have met people that are very toxic. Also, the big rift between spoofers and normal players sorta ruins the experience for me. I think the Kingdom Hearts community is pretty nice, since it's mostly just people explaining how the lore works. A guy on ESO told me I should kill myself when I told him I couldn't afford any of the DLC. Stardew Valley for sure. I mean, you can't be bad if you play a game as friendly as that. After a rough first year, the No Man's Sky has become one of my favorite communities. People are so helpful and enjoy others' findings and creations. Absolutely. I was going to highlight the NMS community. There are a terrific sense of camaraderie and help. ABD advice are offered freely. The old WoW community. Lots of speedrunning communities are great. Find a game you like playing and you will probably have some people that are excited to help you learn and do races, etc. Club Penguin community. They've been through quite a lot and still manage to remain friendly and cool to everyone they talk to. New people are never a problem and they're always willing to help them out. I started playing some of the Club Penguin reboots and I met a ton of nice people that didn't want anything from the game but good experiences. The only trolls and toxic players I've found there have been new people doing nano raids on the game. Legend of Zelda usually. I haven't had any bad experiences personally. The only real controversy tends to be about debating the lore, and most of that is just slightly angry arguing. The community is great until you say you weren't a huge fan of Breath of the Wild, then they will eat you alive. #NOT Rust.